In this video, I'm going to show you how to place the front wheel hub and bearing assembly on this two-wheel drive Nissan Frontier. This means there's no axle attached to this, it's just a free-floating hub. Located on your front knuckle behind the wheel. Let's get started. With the vehicle safely raised and supported, use a 21mm socket, remove all 6 lug nuts, and then pull the wheel off. And now remove your wheel. Now from the back side of the caliper, you'll see 2 19mm mounting bolts. We have to remove these so we can pull the caliper and bracket off as an assembly and set it aside. With both of those off, the caliper and bracket assembly with the pads should slide off. Now you want to hang it with a bungee cord or a hook so it does not pull on the brake hose. From the front side, remove the rotor. If it's stuck, you can tap between the lug studs and break it free. Let's unhook the ABS cable. It comes with the wheel bearing, so we're going to be installing a new one. Remove it from these 2 retainers on the back of the knuckle. Follow it and you'll see one more attaches right to the brake line bracket. Follow the wire up till you see where it's plugged in. Now the plug is actually secured to the frame. This up here is the vehicle harness. So with a pocket screwdriver, I'm going to try to pry this in and up and out. There we go. The screwdriver helps me push on this little tab, which locks it in. And now we can use a trim tool and unhook this. From the back side of the knuckle, you'll see where the hub is bolted on. We'll use a 17mm socket and remove all 4 bolts that hold the hub and bearing assembly onto the knuckle. For this lower one, you can either use a swivel or you could spin the knuckle the other way or do it by hand, whatever works for you. Now you want to use a hammer, tap this back and forth until it pops out. Also keep in mind the backing shield will come off with it and remove the whole thing. Okay, there it is. Pull the ABS wire through, remove the backing shield. There's that, and there's your wheel bearing. We have some cleaning to do here to make sure that the new wheel hub and bearing will seat perfectly on the knuckle, nice and flat, no debris, no rust in the way. I'm going to take a wire wheel on my drill and clean up the inside, and then I will use a very fine, not so abrasive sanding disc to clean up the front. Once that's done, I'll coat it with some anti-seize so it doesn't corrode in the future. Now with this cleaned up, I cleaned up the backing shield as well and coated that with anti-seize also. Run your wire through the shield and line this up, and then line this up. Make sure that wire stays out of the way. Put the bearing in. It should slide in all the way nice and smooth. Everything should be cleaned up to accept that new bearing. Hold everything in place. Try your best to keep things lined up so you can more easily put the bolts in. And now from the back side, thread at least 1 bolt in. That way you can let go and put in the rest of them. With all of them in, hold the bearing and snug them up. I'm going to go in a cross pattern to seat this all properly. Torque these bolts to 44 foot-pounds. Because I tighten them up in a cross pattern, I'm not going to go in a cross pattern to torque them, but if you were bottoming them out now while torquing, definitely go in a cross pattern. Double check them all. All right, those are tight. Reattach your ABS wire, put a little bit of silicone paste on those bushings. That'll make things easier to line up. Resecure that connector onto the frame, and then grab the other end of it and plug it in. There we go. Before installing our rotor, make sure you coat this hub with some anti-seize, that way it doesn't corrode in the future. If you are reusing an old rotor, clean the backside where it mounts to the hub. That way it can mount nice and flat. I'm putting on a new rotor, so I don't have to worry about it. Reinstall the caliper assembly. Have your 2 bolts ready to mount it back on. And we'll tighten them up. Torque these to 136 foot-pounds. All right, that's torqued. Reinstall your wheel. If your vehicle has those center caps, you'd want to put that on now, then the lug nuts. We'll install all 6 of these, bottom them out in a cross pattern, and then also in a cross pattern, we'll torque them to 98 foot-pounds. "98 foot-pounds in a cross pattern, here we go. Double check them all. And take it for a road test.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.